just going to be laying down shots on a rogue from far away as a hunter. You're going to be tearing him up.
Yeah, one of the things we haven't talked about Hunter so far or mentioned is the flare. That large flashing object on the ground is going to break players out of stealth if they come by. That's why they are standing on top of it. And they're going to be able to creep up through the arena slowly. Every time that flare cooldown comes back up, they're going to be able to move it. Although he decided to put it, and they have opened on him.
Well, there we go. We see those shadow steps in. They try to get off a sap. It's looking like it didn't work out for them. Possibly could have gotten battled before by somehow finding one of the other rogues. Hydra getting pressured very, very hard by both of the rogues. Zyzz is taking a lot of damage. This is what I was talking about. We're going to see a lot more damage out of Cherez now that he had that spec change. He's going to be able to maintain a much higher average DPS, especially because his pet falling around now also is going to be doing a ton of increased damage. Cherez is still going to be targeted, but he does have a lot more CC breaks now that he does have Bestial Wrath, which is going to be up, I believe, every minute or 2 minutes. Either way, Cherez is going to be putting down a ton of damage.
And here goes, there's Bestial Wrath. He's going to be able to get away from it.
That means that he popped that Bestial Wrath that we were just talking about. So he's going to be able to do a ton of damage. He's going to be damaging Azael as much as he can. Azael popping evasion for that 25% ranged dodge ability that they recently added to try and, well, I guess not too recently, that they added to help out against hunters for rogues, because they do have a lot of trouble against it. Cherez's cheap shot is getting taken down. As soon as Bestial Wrath wears off, we're definitely going to see both of the rogues jump on him, because staying close range is going to reduce a ton of his damage.
You can see Hydra using his cooldowns very effectively. They wanted to keep Cherez as high as possible so he could get some drinks off. That's why you did see the pain suppression so early on him.
And Hydra is cycloned right now, so he's going to be able to keep up on heals. If we see a lot of burst damage coming out very soon, we might see a repeat of what we saw last round, where Cherez just simply gets taken down. So a lot of people just saying that it was a skill difference primarily, but I think that it was just a lot of fortune on Spoh's part, being able to catch the end of that heal with the Cyclone right when Cherez needed one. Azael and Zyzz are just going to get damaged. Spoh is at 5,000 HP, 5,000 mana.
Big fear on those rogues right now. This is going to allow the Nihilium team to set up how they want to in the center of the arena.
Once the rogues have already popped Will of the Forsaken and their PvP trinkets, they really aren't going to be able to do anything on their makeup about fear at all. They're just going to run around and be completely crowd controlled. We've got Spoh with that Viper Sting was taken away on him. We do see that Scorpion Poison being used very well, because that's the one advantage that the pet has over everything else. We see the Psychic Scream on Spoh. Actually, believe he did just pop his trinket to try and get out of that, but then he's followed up with a Feral Charge. He's going to be fighting around the mana.
Zero mana right now.
He actually is at 0 mana. That is absolutely correct. He did just pop Innervate. Need to see a fast Dispel out of Hydra. And there he goes. He only has 3,000 HP remaining. Going to see tons of pressure out of Beasteh, Cherez, and Hydra over on Spoh. He's going to be finishing him off. 2,000 HP. They've got him Cyclone. Going to be holding him in place as the team sets up for the kill. As soon as that Cyclone comes down, you can bet we're going to see a large amount of burst damage.
And Spoh is dead.
As soon as the Cyclone fell off, Spoh was taken down.
Wow, the amount of CC that team put out. There was a couple times they got Hydra with some amazing fears, just jumped in the center, tossed some fears up. That was amazing. See, these teams come so far.
Wow, that was really well played. You can see those offensive cyclones that I've been talking about all day. That was the perfect example of an offensive cyclone, where they get a player low, and in order to prevent him line of sighting them, was actually that specific case. They threw up the cyclone on him and then surrounded him. All three players were around him, so that no matter which way he went, he would still be stuck in battle and still have damage being laid down on him. And he literally instantly went from 3K to dead.
This player's really happy about what just happened. The European team, anyway. Frag Dominant guys know that they probably could have played a bit better in that last round. They got themselves caught in CC. You saw towards the end when one of the rogues was caught out in the center in a brute. I believe it was Azael. And Zyzz was feared and cycloned at the same time.